Okay, half pipes today. I feel obligated to go this way instead. Okay. Oh, is that correct? Oh, thank you for telling me that this far into the game, guys. Yeah, actually, like, this seems like the better thing to do. There's precisely one gem to pick up, actually, which is pretty astounding. So you actually don't really have to ever... Ah! Did not think I'd have that much spin, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, so you don't really have to do any particular... Oh. Awful. Okay, thank you. Don't really have to do any kind of... Ah, come on! Transfer! It's like a little hip transfer. Beautiful. I forget whatever I was saying. That's fine. No, it's just some... I still sometimes get surprised by the spin you get. There is one thing that really throws me off, which makes no sense to me. There are lots of cases where... I'm not going to get up there if I do this, am I? No. There are lots of cases where you jump, get some spin... what was it? It gets completely still. Yeah, this doesn't make sense to me, I don't think. Jump, get myself neutral, and then when I land, I get a whole bunch of forward spin. I don't think that makes sense to me. Jump, keep myself neutral, land, and I get a whole bunch of spin when I land. At least not the amount of spin that I get doesn't quite make sense to me. But it does lead to this weird phenomenon where a lot of the time you will land with whatever speed you decide to land with, which is fine. And then after that, you would think that, okay, now that you've landed with whatever spin you wanted, you have control. But then what ends up actually happening is immediately after, your next bounce actually has a ton of speed you didn't anticipate having. That bites me really often. I find it very unpleasant. And I'm not sure it makes sense physically or not. Oh boy, that last jump was not a good one. And if you imagine the marble having like a ridiculous amount of friction, I can kind of see what's happening. But the degree to which it does happen is always extremely counterintuitive to me. Okay, you probably could try to jump directly from the half pipe to there, but I don't know if that would be very well advised. I'm suggesting something more like jump from here and then go down to there from here. Seems a lot safer at the very least. Okay. Didn't expect to just barely make that the way I did, but I guess it worked out. Okay, I feel satisfied with that. That's about the degree to which I wish to engage with this mechanic. It was fun, and I don't particularly want to do more of it. But where is the treasure? I presume they could just put it up in the sky wherever they feel like, right? I feel like this might be a job for... It could be under there. This could be a job for free look, I think. I'll look around just a little bit. Without the free look first. Could just be up above us at some point, though, really. Yeah, I'm astounded they managed to resist the temptation to do what they did in the first game, where you just have to, you know, have a single half pipe where you do a couple jumps up around the ridges trying to pick up extremely small gems. Very glad they didn't do that again. In a way, I think that was one of the worst ideas they had in the first game. I'm really entertained by the evolution of the size of the gems in these games, where you go from the very first game with its ridiculously small gems to... Oops. To the bigger gems and... Yeah, marble it up. It could be something like this, you just have to go really high or something. Not seeing it over here though. Oh, hold on. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So it's right above... They hit it with clouds. So it's right above the checkpoint, more or less. Oh, which is where I am. Oops. I forgot I had ever hit a checkpoint. Oh jeez, you have to get some real air there though. I only have so much directional influence here. Ah! Yeah, I bet we do it on this side. Okay, this is probably the best place to do it, really, because this is more of a proper half-pipe where I can actually speed up every time, too. Oh, hello. Ah! Stop it! Whoops. Let me just skip a half-pipe entirely. Jeez, I could have gone a lot faster. Take two. Guys, stop doing that. Everything's just accessories now. Oh boy. Alright, so this seems like a really simple non-linear one. Where you don't really have to route so much as you just have kind of a small collection of challenges to do in whatever order. I suppose this might actually be useful to have. Maybe there is routing involved here. Like, I've jumped somewhere and then got another gem, actually. Interesting. Ah! I always forget how small the super jump actually is if you jump in the... if you use it too late. Like that. I can... That could be worthwhile, I guess. I was liking the other route more, though. What time are we going for, anyways? Under a minute for gold, effectively. Well, here I can... The other jump power-up I could already grab along the way, couldn't I? The thing is, I could use this one to get more quickly to the next gym or whatever, couldn't I? In theory, that's a rough jump to do. I don't know if it would be faster to jump that way or not. I need to take a close look at what it is I need to do if I don't. What is it that I'm skipping? How long would it take to get through? Well, here's an idea instead. Go around this way. They can come down with some serious speed. Didn't actually pay much attention to what the thing I was skipping was worth skipping in this fashion, but... Okay, that's just a gold. That's a start. I think that could have been subject to a decent number of optimizations. I have such a hard time pointing directly straight for some reason. Look at that. Jeez. This is supposed to be just straight forwards. Me just trying to go in a straight line fast is just my undoing, apparently. Look at that was good. This is more than I can handle. I don't know if what I'm skipping there is really worth skipping the way that I'm doing it. But it's a good way to justify, I feel like, taking... Well, I could just instead do something more like... going around this way? I don't know, am I gaining or losing time not grabbing this, I don't know if that is worth it. Oh, wrong way, no. Yeah, I feel like it is worth just taking the jump. And skipping the time travel. Again, I never actually measured how much time the time travel saves me to start with. Dang, I wanted to do that the whole time. I just never did. And this feels to me pretty good, to be honest. Really? How much time can I shave off of that? I must be missing something, but I feel like I'm taking a pretty direct route to everything. Is there somehow more time to save by going around this way, for instance? Or is it actually not working out in my favor to... Or is it actually not working in my favor to skip that particular time travel? I figured that time travel is probably not worth grabbing, considering it does take some time to grab in what feels to me like a non-negligible amount of time. Fantastic. Perfection. Thank you. I guess something you could also do is you could just skip a lot of the stuff that has to do with the time travels to start with. I can just go over here and then go pick up that gem. And go kind of more directly from one gem to the other. For a second, I'll actually skip the... Come on now. Skip the time travel for a second here. Well, the point is not picking that up anyways. Just seeing if this route makes sense. Wait, but there's another gem I have to pick up over there. Yeah, so I can't skip from here. Yeah, no, the route that I'm using makes the most sense to me, honestly. I'm taking these bends pretty efficiently, I'd like to think. I don't think my movement was particularly bad or anything. Could perhaps be marginally more efficient on this part or something. Like jumping more straight to there. I'm maybe getting like 45 seconds that way. If I can somehow manage to jump more directly from the last gem to the finish. Seems like a somewhat worthwhile optimization. Just haven't quite managed to figure out how to pull it off. And optimize the movement just a bit more generally. Not like that exactly, but I need to take my hands off the controls figuratively for a second to fix the camera, but I see, like, not flying over this part could probably be helpful. But like, it's really, really hard to just turn myself around 180 degrees and direct myself in a direction with a meaningful amount of speed when I'm on ice. And making that really hard is the whole point of ice. So maybe the answer really is just to do more or less what I am doing, just with marginally more optimized movement. The hardest part probably being this ice segment at the end, honestly, though. Yeah, I think it was 45 seconds. Jeez. Yeah, it looks like it was, roughly. Okay, well, next time we'll look for the treasure box here.